What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live 6v6 edition. This is episode number 24 and coming into today's episode we are sitting nice and pretty at a record of 18-6. We're coming off a victory in the last episode which was a lot of fun. We were up against that Evolution team which surprisingly gave us a little bit of a run for our money. It was played very well. So that was a pretty good battle. So, kind of just babbling here. Already, we're only a couple seconds into the video. I'm already just not making sense. But we're going to try to get a victory today. This is the last time we're going to be using this team. I will be changing it up in the following episodes. Before we get started today, before I give you a refresher on the team and all that stuff, remember that if you guys would like to show some support to the channel and the series, the best way to do that is to just click that thumbs up button right below this video. You can also leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are. You know, feel free to leave criticism as long as it's constructive, keyword constructive. I'm always open to your ideas, suggestions, that kind of thing, so that is what the comment section is for. I just don't want you guys to feel shy, feel like you're going to be ignored. I do read all the comments, try to reply to as many as possible. Now, let's take a look at the team here. We got physically defensive Steelix, especially defensive Cragganol. That's going to be our spinner. Also, it does have the reliable recovery in Recover. So that is that. Then we have our specially offensive Pyoar, also packing the Will-O-Wisp, which is nice in a pinch. Fast Will-O-Wisp is always good. I'm going to hit the challenge button as we do this because sometimes it takes a while to find an opponent. I'll just choose Music 11, it doesn't really matter. We've got Venomoth, which is going to be our sweeper with the Quiver Dance. Really nothing special. It's got the Sleep Powder, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain. And then we have Ying, the physically offensive Greninja, which is really a lot of fun to use. The Water Shuriken and U-Turn, Rock Slide, and Night Slash. And then last but not least, we've got the infamous Ken. It's not really infamous because I've only used him a couple times, but he's so much fun. So much fun to use. It's a rest talking set with Charge Beam and Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, he misses all of his attacks, and as you can see, I mean, look at his eyes. It looks like he doesn't have pupils. I know he's a washing machine, but it's just like he can't see just anything. Let's be real here. He barely ever hits his attacks. He misses Charge Beams left and right. He misses Hydro Pumps left and right, and he pulls Rest most of the time, so I don't know. I don't know what to say. Of course, he did really well in the testing of this team, but what can I say? I mean, still, this team really isn't that great. Let's be real here. The weaknesses overlap a lot, so this is just kind of random stuff thrown together, basically. So we got somebody from Japan here packing the Talonflame, Bisharp, Galvantula, Weavile, Sawk, and Arcanine. Very cool team. Really excited to, unfortunately, you know, we do see a lot of OU Pokemon here, but that doesn't really matter. That's unimportant what tier they're in. The cool thing is that most of these Pokemon are Pokemon we don't see a whole lot. With the exception of Talonflame, everything else really don't see it a bunch. I'm going to say that the Galvantula is going to start things off. So we do need to try to like preserve our Cragganol enough to be able to get a Rapid Spin off and just hopefully not get one-shotted. Unfortunately, everything else except for the Galvantula is a physical attacker, which means which means Cragganol could just get one-shotted most likely. So that's not the best thing in the world. It really isn't. It really is not the best thing in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lead off with the Greninja. Because we do outspeed the Galvantula, we can get a... Oh, wait. Yeah, we do outspeed. Okay, never mind. I was thinking... Never mind. I'm not even going to say what I was thinking because it was not something that you would want to say out loud because it was just that stupid. So, yeah, that happens from time to time, basically every episode. It just so happens that this time I was actually able to catch it before it came out of my mouth. So I'm always spewing nonsense, it feels like. Anyway, yeah, so let's get into this battle. I'm pretty pumped. I really like using this team. I really, really do. Salk is actually going to be leading things off here. We know it can't be Choice Scarf, so that's cool. But it can have the Sturdy. So breaking that with the U-turn is going to be really cool. I mean, cool? I don't know if it's cool, but it's nice. It's certainly nice. We can U-turn. U-turn it is. And we don't really have much for fighting type attacks, unfortunately. We'll see if my opponent wants to predict that. I mean, I feel like he's just going to go for a close combat. And if that's the case, we can bring in the Venomoth. Because I think a Bug Buzz will kill from there, if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, no, we can put you to sleep, is what we can do. Is that worth it? Because we can take a close combat because it's 4 times resisted. Steelix can survive one, obviously, and I don't even think that it would bring it down to sturdy. But everything else, I think, is just basically a sacrifice to this thing. This thing is so powerful. If he goes for Stone Edge, that would be terrible. Then we're just going to go into Greninja, and then he'll have to switch out. We're going to go into the Venom Ball. That's really risky. And that might not be the best play, but I'm predicting a close combat here. No, he goes for the Rock Tomb. Good play. Very, very, very good play. Rock Tomb. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess we have to sack this thing now. Is that really what we have to do? I'm thinking it is. Wow. Okay, you were going to go for a Rock Tomb on a Greninja? I guess to slow it down. Fair enough. Yeah, there's no point in saving this. There really is not. He's going to go for Rock Tomb again, predicting us to switch. Just spamming Rock Tomb. I was kind of hoping that Rock Tomb would miss. So down goes the Venomoth. That really stinks, not going to lie. Not going to lie even a little bit. What do I even send in on that? If I was Special Greninja, why would you leave that in, though? Most Greninjas are special. I could just extra sensory you and you'd be dead. I feel like that was, unless he was just counting on me to not have it. Huh, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I probably should be carrying the Acrobatics on Greninja instead of the Night Slash. I don't know. I don't know, though. Or maybe instead of the Rock Slide. That has potential. So I guess we're going to go into Pyroar here. And I want to say I want to go for the Hyper Voice, predicting the Arcanine to come out. But I'm not sure if we can kill this thing if we were to stay, if he were to stay in. Which is why I kind of want to go for a Will-O-Wisp, but I feel like that's really, really obvious. So you know what? I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice, predicting that Arcanine to come out. That's the inkling that I'm getting, or the inclination, I guess. We'll see if that actually is meaningful. It probably isn't. He's going to withdraw. Show me the Arcanine. Show me the Arcanine, because he can't one-shot me with an Extreme Speed. Yeah, there's the Arcanine. Wow, all right. Getting the predictions. And that is going to be a solid 2-hit KO. You don't have a Ghost type, so Hyper Voice it is. You're going to have to switch again. Yeah, he didn't like that. He was not happy about that at all. He really thought I was going to go for that Will-O-Wisp. I didn't fall for that one. I almost did. My first thought was to just go and Will-O-Wisp, but he's going to Extreme Speed to get as much damage off as possible. And that's going to do almost 50%, just about 45%, I guess. And Hyper Voice will take this Arcanine out. That's a huge threat out of the way. And it appears... Did he not have the Intimidate, or did I just miss it? He used Flash Fire. That's interesting. I mean, a Fire Immunity is a Fire Immunity. That's, I mean, very silly of me to say. This thing does outspeed us, though. Pretty sure. Pretty sure this thing outspeeds us, if I'm not mistaken. Does it? Galvantula is base 109 speed. I want to say 109. And Pyroar is not that fast. I mean, it's a fast Pokemon, but I don't think it's faster than 109. So he can just kill us with a Thunder, sadly. As sad as that is. And we can't switch in Greninja either. What we can do is switch in Steelix here. To EQ. Do I really want to do that? I guess. I mean, we outspeed with Greninja, so that's a thing. No, we're going to go into the Cryogonal. That's the only thing we need Cryogonal for. All of his other Pokemon are physical attackers. There's no reason to send anything else in to take damage. Now that I'm thinking about it. He is going to go for the Sticky Web, and I am immediately going to Rapid Spin that away because that really hurts my team with the exception of Steelix. So, Rapid Spin it is. He's going to get a free Volt Switch off into something, but I don't want that Sticky Web up. I'm not messing around with that. That's just, no, that poops on my entire team. And actually, this Galvantula with this Sticky Web up will definitely poop all over my team. I should have stayed in and went for the Flamethrower. But it was too risky to lose Pyroar. When he's got all these physical attackers, that I can potentially burn, especially with Arcanine gone. He's going to go for the Thunder now as I Rapid Spin, because he wants to get rid of this thing. Fair enough. That does a nice chunk, not enough, though. Actually, that does kind of pathetic damage, to be fair. Kind of pathetic damage. What do I want to do now? What do I want to do now? I think I want to just Ice Beam. See how much that does. Thunder keeps connecting, but that is because he's got the compound eyes, so it's not like he's getting some crazy hacks going on. Of course, we see the paralysis. Please break through. Okay, we get the Ice Beam off. How much is that going to do? Wow. It looks like it's going to be a KO. Do I dare go for the recover? I mean, no. Do I? Do I, though? Is he going to switch out here? I feel like he's going to Volt Switch. I'm going to recover. As silly as that sounds. No, he goes for the Sticky Web. Okay. Come on, get the recover off. All right, we're in good shape here. We're in good shape here. Now, the priority is not to get rid of the Galvantula. It's to get rid of the Sticky Web. So we need to Rapid Spin. That's just what it is. He's going to withdraw. Please don't get Power Hacks. We're going to get one-shotted by anything. We need to get this Rapid Spin off right now. Right now. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. There we go. And I'm guessing the Rock Tomb is going to be coming. Unless you want to switch things up. Which I guess is possible. It's always possible. So I think I want to go into Steelix. Is that really what I want to do? With our Sturdy intact and just intentionally lose it. Just to get a Gyro Ball off on something? I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it, ladies and gents. No, we're going to send in the Steelix. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's what we're going for. I don't know if that's going to be the best play, but at least we have Cragganol in a decent health range, and that Galvantula is not at a decent health range, so that was not a good matchup for him. He is going to go for the close combat this time because it poops on everything on my team, and that actually is going to be a 2-hit KO. Wow. I mean, it's a sock, so what can I say? Or what can you say? What can somebody say? I don't know. Somebody's saying something. Go for the Gyro Ball, but we're just dead here. We don't have any switch-ins. Rotom was going to be 2-hit KO too. So we just sacrificed our Steelix to this thing, which really stinks. It's a shame, actually. It's a really big shame, and we don't have our Sweeper to come in here, which is what I would want to do to set up. But it's not worth going in with Rotom. What we can do is go in with Pyroar to flamethrower things, but then the Weavile can come in. And Weavile's actually faster than Greninja, if I am remembering correctly. So I'm pretty sure Greninja has base 122 speed. Weavile has base 125. So we're going to have to rely on that. Yeah, that Weavile's just going to be a problem regardless. So regardless of what happens, it's going to be an issue. We can U-turn it, obviously, but that's really not going to help our case too much. Let's see. I guess we have to go into the Pyroar. He really doesn't have anything that wants to take fire-type attacks, I don't think. He's not going to switch in the Weavile here. What would you want to switch in on this? I think you're just going to sack this thing, actually, and then go into the Weavile if I really had to guess. Go for the Hyper Voice. You don't have priority. So, yeah, he's thinking about his move here. It is a tough decision. That is for sure, a tough decision. But that Weavile should be able to come in and just do whatever it wants, basically. And it looks like I'm going to want to sack the Rotom because it looks like that'll be the least useful member. He is going to withdraw to save the Sock. What are you going into? He goes into the Weavile. I should have went for the Flamethrower. Oh my gosh, I should have went for the Flamethrower because that's not going to kill. Crap. Why did I not go for that? Are you kidding me? I didn't think in a million years you would send out Weavile on a Pyroar. Unless you really think I don't have a fire-type move. Man, okay. Well, we got to send in Rotom here. Because Rotom is really the only thing we can afford to waste, basically. And that is not going to be a 2-hit KO. So we can get off a nice little Hydro Pump on something. And I really hope it's this Weavile, because this is a huge problem. Granted, we got a nice bit of damage off on it, which I think is a mistake on my opponent's part, actually. Because that could end up costing him the match. But he's going to go for the Night Slash again. Come on, he gets a crit. And Hydro Pump connects. I'm pretty sure that's a dead Weavile, even though we're not invested. Yep, Weavile's gone. Alright, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I am not upset about that at all. I can't even complain. Galvantula, maybe? Yep, Galvantula, because you got to get up that Sticky Web, right? You just must. Just can't not have the Sticky Web up. It's just not possible. What we could do is get off a rest here, but I really want to just get off a Hydro Pump. Because if he kills off the Rotom, I'm going to bring in Greninja, which outspeeds it, and I'm just going to kill you. So, you don't want that. You're going to have to set up your Sticky Web right now. Yep, he's going to, and just sack off his Galvantula. So that's fine. Can we hit this Hydro Pump? Okay, good. 2 Hydro Pumps in a row, connecting. That's incredible. Ken picking up 2 more kills this time, even without setting up. So he's putting in some good work here. Now, granted, we do have the Sticky Web up on our side of the field. We're going to have to Rapid Spin. And I don't know if it's actually, it might not even work, to be fair. It might not even happen. Because I think Stalk outspeeds. Maybe. Maybe, if it's fully invested. Oh, that's not cool. Do we have anything? No, we don't have anything that we want to bring in on this. He's just going to go for Rock Tomb, I'm guessing. And with that Sticky Web up, that is a huge problem. We have to Rapid Spin that away. Oh dear, this is a problem. Go for Hydro Pump. Oh, he goes for the Close Combat, actually. Interestingly enough, because his defenses are going to fall, so we can go in with the Greninja and Water Shuriken. That, I mean, because we don't have to worry about that Weavile. Would he switch, though? That is the question. I mean, we're obviously going to get outsped by everything with this. Man, I think we're just going to have to live with the fact that Sticky Web's going to be up. And that, I think that might just win him the match, now that I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, it just does not look good for us. And that Sticky Web is going to be our downfall. Even though we're both with 3 Pokemon remaining, being outsped by everything is a huge problem. He's going to stay in to take the Water Shuriken. I think we're going to need to get 3 hits, I'm guessing, with the defense drop. No, that's a crit. Oh, no. Even with the defense drop, we're not going to get a kill here unless we get 5. That's 3. 4. Can we get 1 more? No, we don't, so we're going down. That is the match. We needed to sack 1 more Pokemon. Because even with the crit, we still needed 5 hits. So that's going to be a loss for us. So 2 losses out of 3 with this team, which is unfortunate. The first one, granted, we should have won. So I'm not too upset with being 1 and 2. We definitely got robbed of that first one. This one, we lost fair and square. My opponent obviously just played a little bit better than us, I guess. Or he had a better team, or I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. We just straight up lose due to the Sticky Web. He's going to go for the Reversal, actually, which has a higher base power than Close Combat at this point, judging by where his HP range is. So, not that it matters. Cryogonal goes down, and Pyroar's going to come in and go down here, which really stinks. I really thought we had a good shot at winning this battle, but the Sticky Web being up and the paralysis on the Cryogonal ended up being the turning points of the match. Yeah, I'm trying to think back what other mistakes I made. Obviously, going for the Hyper Voice instead of the Flamethrower when that Weavile was going to come in was a problem because Flamethrower would have one-shotted it and then wouldn't have had to take damage on Ken coming in. I don't know if that would have done anything, though. And then also making the bad prediction in the first turn, predicting a Close Combat going into Venomoth. That was a stupid play. I don't know if that cost me the match. I mean, at this point, I still would have lost, but yeah. So we'll go for the flamethrower. Like I said, doesn't matter. He's going to go for the reversal, which is super effective. Yeah, 4 Pokemon on my team are weak to fighting with 1 resist, and my 1 resist is Venomoth. Terribly constructed team, but what you going to do? All right, so we lose the match, which is a bit unfortunate. Like I said, brings our record to 18-7. So a nice 11 game differential is where we're sitting. We keep alternating between 12 and 11 games, so maybe that means we'll get a victory next time around. Who knows? Hope you guys were able to enjoy the video, though. Hope you had fun, enjoyed the match, maybe learned a few things. I know I did. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you're leaving a like rating and a comment, all that good stuff, you know, the usual stuff. And I will see you all for the next episode with a brand spanking new team. But until then, game on.